I'm Foxxeel and welcome to another Age of Wonders Planetfall video where we have the Shakarn and Promethean. So just that photo there, that kind of looks like Shakarn Promethean, but I have no idea what that is. So with the planet settings, we have 6, hardcore, extreme, medium, and random. As for advanced, everything is basic except for game speed. I kind of thought about putting the game speed back down to normal. I'm not really sure if anyone really minds, or if you do think it makes a difference, let me know. I'm just going to leave it on very fast for now. Ravage, no, Capital, was it? Yep, I'm gonna go Capital World. So again, we have the Shakarn and Promethean, where we're gonna have Zelda and Thorax. I can't remember if I made that name or if that was a randomized name. And okay, so for the perks, I generally would go Star Union Scholar, but for this one I found a Veteran just to be a lot better. I just saw a lot of fighting with the Shakarn. And for Colony, I've decided to go with Colonist. Normally I would pick Military, but just through playing the game a lot, or just through playing recently, I'm leaning towards Colonist. It can still work with Military. It just means that instead of spending 2 turns building a military unit, you would spend 2 turns upgrading your building. Like it's pretty much the same thing. It just depends of, if you go Colonist, you have to build a military unit really early. If you go Military, instead of building a military unit really early, you have to build another colony unit. It's very similar. It's just that I don't like having military units I'm not using. If I have extra military units, that's just upkeep, and like I'm just trying to avoid it. It can still work either way. Moving on, so we have Promethean assault equipment and we have Decadent. So I'm fully aware that I have a spare point. Normally I would not have Veteran, I would have one of these, but I just find that the Veteran is better, and it's fine to have that spare point, because I would rather have Decadent and plus 10 health than to have like minus 10 energy per turn or have to deal with unhappiness. Like that, those two aren't really worth it. So yeah, that's the set out, and I'm going to go into it. Also, one other thing, the long-term bonus you get by using Infiltrate. I don't really use operations too much with this build. Not to say that Shakarn aren't good for operations. I think Shakarn are probably one of the better races, or if not the best race for using operations. I just don't really play it in my playstyle. So another thing in terms of secret techs, the other 2 playthroughs I was going to do is Xenoplague and Void Tech. I kind of looked at the secret techs and I've found Promethean to probably be the easiest. Second would be Xenoplague, and third would be Void Tech. They're all pretty useful for different reasons, but I'll get into those other 2 secret techs later on. So you've just started, zoom all the way out. You want to look for any colony with a production sector on it. So we have these 2 colonies over here. We do not want to colonize this one because it has lava. So if you can see over here. So if you click on this to colonize it. Nope. Okay, you weren't supposed to say that. Okay, no, lava doesn't matter actually. What am I talking about? Alright, so we want to go to, it doesn't really matter if we go to these 2. I thought that was lava, but that's volcanic. Sorry, there's a difference between lava and volcanic. My bad. So we need a, what was I just saying? A production sector first. For your capital, always build the factory first. So the reason why we want to go production into factory is that we see this 85. If we build the factory, we'll get plus 15 production. So this 85 will go to 100. We want to get this production number to 150 as soon as possible. And we're not really gonna do anything else. We're gonna build this afterwards. As soon as we build this unit, we're not going to build another military unit until this gets to 150. The reason is this unit takes 2 turns. So if I leave my mouse hovering over it, if you look at the word costs 35 energy and it's 150 production. If I can get my capital to be 150 production or more, I can build military units in 1 turn. I'm going to be spamming the tier 1 infantry quite a lot. So if I build 6 of them, and I can get this to 150, I can save 6 turns, and 6 turns is quite a lot, especially in the early game. So if I was to have military detachment, I would have a bigger army. I wouldn't need to build this unit here. I'd have to build a different unit later on, a different colony, but I also wouldn't get to expand straight away. So the difference is I would rather expand straight away and get my production to 150 ASAP versus having that extra military unit early from military detachment and then waiting a few turns to expand. So it's not too much of a difference, it's just preference. So before we move anywhere, we want to make sure we speak to the NPC, unlock our quest. Because we should always be trying to finish the quest as soon as possible. So with this quest, general rule of thumb, if you're versing melee units, it's kind of easier to kill them because they have to walk into your range. So like this unit will be melee. It has one range attack, which it could do, but it's not as strong. This unit doesn't have any ranged attacks, and this unit's a flying unit. That's pretty weak. So we should be able to safely kill this. We can't even make it there in one turn. We should be able to safely defeat this without losing anyone. Because we took veteran, I always get vitality and archaeology. I always like to do archaeology, so I always get it. And then it's easy to just get infantry. We're going to only be having infantry units for the first 20-30 turns at least. So we have aquatic, and that's it. So that's the end of turn 1. Turn 2, this is another thing you do. Always buy this out. It only costs you 30 energy, and it saves you a whole turn. Turns are, especially in the early game, saving one turn makes a big difference. And like saving one turn here and another turn there, another turn there, they all start to build up. The reason why you want to make a military unit first is that this unit has a scout in them. I do not want any scouts to be a part of my attacking army. Scouts are for scouting. This unit will come out. And because this unit takes 2 turns, in terms of military, the first upgrade we want to get is tactical protection. So by the time this upgrade is finished, this unit will be finished, and we want to give every single unit this mod here. Because this mod is really important for keeping you alive. It's a free action point. It heals you for 15, it removes any non-psionic status effects, and it gives you +1 shield. The purpose of this mod is just to keep everyone alive. If you lose one unit, you haven't lost the game, but it's a significant setback. That just kind of stops your momentum. The second tech you always get is production. So what's going to happen is, by the time this is finished in 2 turns, it's going to have 1 turn to do whatever it wants. This production will be out almost like 3 turns. It would be better if it was 2 turns, but that's fine. And then I'll be upgrading this sector as soon as possible with the production upgrade. Oh no, this is the 2 turns here. Sorry, my mistake. So you want to get all of this at the same time, so that you're optimizing how quickly you can get out of. So that's unacceptable. You're optimizing how quickly you can get into your build. So essentially what we want to happen is we want to have every single unit, all our tier 1 units, all with 3 upgrades. We want to have all tier 1 upgrades as soon as we can, while balancing using that cosmite for colonizers. So that's not until like maybe turn 5 to turn 10, but for now we just need to make sure everything stays alive. So keep everything far away. Move these units up. With your Promethean unit, you have this ability here. So it lets you hit a hex, so you want to hit, if you can, save it to hit 2 things, but since I can't do anything like that this turn, that's fine. I'll move him up. If you stagger this unit here, you can break this chain. So absorbing pain means that this unit, if it takes damage, it doesn't actually take damage, this unit will absorb it. If you stagger this unit, you'll break the absorbing pain. So I'm going to try and use a melee unit to stagger him. I want to try and get you to... You are my bait. Because my hero has 70 health, because I gave him an extra 10 health. It's fine for him to stand closer than everyone else, because they shouldn't be able to 100 to 0 him. It's going to be really awkward if they do, though. With your scout, put them in relatively safe range, and you want to use your recon boy. What this means is any unit within this range is 20% easier to hit. It also means that usually sometimes the AI will attack this, so it has 10 HP. So even if it just soaks up 1 attack, that's more than enough. Move your infantry forward. Try not to move them forward close enough so they can get attacked by this unit. Like if he spits at them, that's fine, but I don't want them to get a melee attack, because then they're going to get staggered. So move them far enough up that they can get into range to do something on turn 2, but not... Hello? Why are you running that way? That's fine, okay, it's whatever, it's whatever. Yep, so he just wasted turn 2. It's perfect for me. Let's burn you guys. We want to stagger you. And we broke that absorbing pain, but you're too far away, so it shouldn't really matter. With your infantry units, you do 1 less damage, 1 less kinetic damage every hex you are away, so you want to get them as close as you can. But you also want to kind of balance getting them close versus having 2 attacks. 2 attacks? Did I say that? I said that right. So you should be finished. Yep. Step you forward. Your scouts also have the ability to stagger. There's sonar pulse, so kind of keep that in mind. You can use them, like, it's really helpful. Oh, actually, with your infiltrator, you can hollow shift, so you pretty much get to become a unit, and then you get to use their abilities. So there's not really any ability I want to use besides just attacking. The other thing to know is that when you play the Shakarn, if you auto battle and your infiltrator is in a battle, it's highly likely that they're going to hollow shift another unit, and you're going to lose the hollow shift. So this hollow shift is actually really important. So part of me wants to... Okay, just can we finish you off? So if you have 2 melee units, try and stagger the melee unit before you hit it. That way it can't hit you back. Why did you not? Okay, thank you. Finish you. With your infantry units, you also have this attack here, Omni Rush, which attacks in a 3 hex range. So it can stagger and also has a small chance to concuss. If you concuss a unit, what happens is it loses all of its action points. If you stagger it, it only loses 1. So there we go, now you have no action points. So we're just pretty much free to... I'll throw a boy on you so you're easy to hit. Everyone can hit you from further away. Easy. Alright. I hope I didn't go too fast then, but... Bio launcher, rule of thumb, if you... unless you absolutely need the money, always take the reward. Yeah. So bio launcher is tier 3, it's actually a really good weapon to find this early. Normally you wouldn't find tier 3 till a bit later on. Okay, so we don't really have too much else to do. The next thing we want to do is just figure out where we're going to attack next. You seem way too weak. You probably have an infiltrator unit that's invisible. I'm not too sure. What we do want to do now is, if we zoom out, we can see these 2 influence sectors. In general, you'll always have an influence sector of your own race that's within range of you, and it always costs 45 influence to overtake. So by the time you get 45 influence on the dot, you want to have your scout there straight away to take that colony as soon as you can. One other thing I forgot to mention, zoom out, I'll scroll around the map to see where the border is. So see how we can see the border here? It means we want to expand towards the border. That way we're not expanding into the middle of the map and we're getting surrounded. So the other thing is you want to have a colony in every direction of your capital. So if our influence sector is here, we want to expand there, there, and maybe here if there's space. So you either want 4 colonies around you or 5. So if I was to have 5, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it kind of depends how you want to take it, but you want at least 4 in the 4 directions around you: north, west, east, south. Just because that way you get to have vision of everything around you, and your capital is really important, and you never want to lose the capital. So now that we're not really attacking, we know where we have 1 colony over here. So the next colony, which is relatively safe, is probably here or here. By the looks of it, there's water in this direction, so I'm probably going to send the scout this way. And our number 1 resource that we are looking for is Cosmite. So we have 1 over here, which is not too bad. But we have to do a battle to unlock this, which is fine. We won't do that battle until we have upgrades on all of our tier 1 units. And for you, can we actually do it? No, we can't. We'll send the scout in this direction. So your next battle will be over here. And, okay, there's another influence sector there. That is unusual. That's a bit rare. That's fine. It just means that if this is an influence sector, okay, that's 45. Then what are you? Okay, this is odd. We haven't found any Cosmite, which is not cool. We found 1 what am I talking about? So over here, there is no point in us buying this because we need to wait for that upgrade anyway. So let's see if Yeah, okay, you have 2 invisible units. You have 3 invisible units, that's fine. So we don't need to attack, we can just wait, that's absolutely fine. Keep scouting around to find out where your first colonist is going to go. Because if there's 2 here... Okay, there is 2 here. That one has Cosmite. So we're definitely getting this one first. We're going to have you join you. Do not attack yet. Go to the upgrades, because now we have our military upgrade. Give everything that upgrade. We have 30 Cosmite left. Give it to everyone. Take it for you, and we'll take it for you. Okay, so easy. The next upgrade you want to get Discerning. What this does is this mod gives you 1 shield, and it lets you have a small chance to apply Analyzed. Not a small chance, a decent chance. Analyzed. What is... Oh, it tells you right there what I'm talking about. Analyzed means you reduce their resistances by 2. So pretty much if you inflict Analyzed on them, they have a higher chance to have other status effects inflicted on them. And it also gives you a little bit of shield, which keeps you alive. And the aim of the game early on is just to live. We want no deaths. What is this? Defibrillator? Oh, that's actually pretty powerful. Where is this going? Way too far away. No. Okay, come down this way, zoom back out. Looks like we could put a colony here. We have the sea, we can have this place. We can put it here. Yeah, we'll keep exploring a little bit. What about you? 25 influence. Oh, you've already moved, my bad. That's fine. Okay. 1. Is that a world event? Mirror seas. Coastal sectors produce double. If I only had coastal sectors, that's fine. So that means we need 1 colony here. And maybe 1 here. What's in this direction? I like this direction better than this direction so far. Okay, that's fine. What about you? Is this Cosmite? Yes. Alright. So there's a Marauder here, so we do not want to go near that Marauder. Is this another influence sector? Okay, with all these influence sectors, I'm going to try and get the Emissary and try and finish these quests as soon as possible. After we've gotten to production, next thing we want to do is we want to unlock our colonist. Because now we have 115, we're not going to build any more military units until this gets to 150. So to do that, we're going to want to do this. This will give us an extra 5, so we'll get to 120. Then we want to get civil. And civil is probably one of the most important upgrades. So let me just read out civil just so you understand why. So with the civil upgrade, once you get to level 3, you get +2 production per colony structure built. +2 doesn't sound like much, but because your capital can build, we have 3 buildings so far. But once we unlock this building, this upgrade, we'll have 2 more buildings. Because your capital has so many buildings, it's always beneficial to have the civil engineering upgrade on your capital. Because with production, you need it to produce units. Over here, you need it to produce buildings. But even if you don't need to produce units or buildings, you can then produce energy or knowledge. So pretty much with the production resource alone, you can produce 2 out of the 3 main resources up here. And you also produce all your units and all your buildings. So it's one of the most important upgrades to have on your capital. Now that we have these tier 1 upgrades on these units, we should be able to fight you and auto and easy win. We didn't even lose any health. What do you want this? Chemist? I've never actually used this unit before. And I don't want to have the upkeep, but I do want to have the unit. But that's okay, this is fine. Hello, Mr. Chemist, sir. I might get rid of the infiltrator. I might just leave you back at base. And you, Mr. Chemist, sir, I want to actually use you. I've never used you before, even though I've played, I don't know, how many, like 6 playthroughs of since the upgrade. Cool, we got a chemist. Okay. And we have more Cosmite over here. Alright, so one of the other thing to point, okay, that's not good. There's the Marauder. So now as a general, because we're going to get this, in the next 3 turns, we're going to have 45 influence. One thing that I've learned is that whenever you expand a colony, always send your army in that general direction. just because if you lose that colony and your army's going in a different direction, it could take a very long time before you actually get back to that place and unlock that colony. So one of the things I always find annoying, not really annoying, but you'll unlock a colony, but then it'll get attacked. So because I'm going to unlock you in 3 turns, I'm going to start to clear out these units here with my main army and start to go down this direction, and I want to clear out this spawner as soon as I can. By the time I get there, I'll have the upgrades on my tier 1 army to be able to take it out without any hassles. So we have 32 Cosmite. Next thing, you can choose between laser if you want to be more offensive. If you emulate a target, you do 10 damage at the end of the turn and they're 30% easier to hit. Or you can go with deafening if you want to be a bit more defensive. Excuse me, because disorientation means there's a 30% chance to miss. And I'm probably gonna, I generally go laser, but I'm gonna go deafening. Like, they're both pretty powerful. It just kind of depends. Do you want to do more damage or do you want to make sure they don't do damage? But they both give you 10% extra damage, so either way, okay. It's uneventful. Now that I've unlocked another upgrade, give everyone portable scanners. Are you, no, you're bio. You get a portable scanner as well. Oh, that's great. So it gives you a bit of shield and it makes sure you hit analyze. If everyone has portable scanner, then you make sure almost every target you hit gets analyzed. If every target is analyzed, then you know that you have a much higher chance of dealing that status effect. So this unit will be used in the next army for my next hero. Is it worth 70 energy for 1 turn? Yeah, let's do it. And then you're still going to take 3 turns. See, this costs 250 production. So if I just leave my mouse and let you read down, 250 production, I get 120, which means after 1 turn I have 120. After 2 turns, it'll be 240. With the 10 production left over, that's probably going to cost 10 energy. I'm definitely going to buy that out. So just keep an eye out for when you can buy out things for your colony to save time. Because again, every turn matters. And that means I might send my colonist. Okay, I can't. I might wait for my colonist for my second army before I start sending it out to colonize. Try and upgrade your units between battles. What is this? A tier 3 sniper. It's not bad. Yeah, why not? Cancel. There's more Cosmite over there, which means a colony over here will be best. And it's also 2 hexes away from the spawner, which is good because I should be able to build the defenses before that spawner comes in. Alright, turn 6. Okay, now that we have deafening finished, we can either go into laser. So this is where with Promethean you can give your units, actually no, we're not going to go into laser. Because I picked deafening, there's not really much point going to laser. I could go into biosphere. So the biosphere upgrade, the tier 2 would be for this unit here and this unit here. It wouldn't be for these ones because they don't really burn. So it's good, but it's not amazing. I would rather have another defensive upgrade. So we're going to go with impairing. Just because I want to give my 3rd upgrade to all my units to be this grenade. So we have another shield and we have another disability, another disabling status. Alright, now we want to get colony infrastructure. Just because we're spending too much Cosmite. With all of our upgrades, and we're going to need to start building our colonizers soon. We're going to need that bonus Cosmite as quickly as we can. Okay, now we have our next sector. We want to get a research sector. So that pretty much narrows it down to you. Research sector gives us, when we build units, they get bonus levels. We could get an energy sector to have less upkeep, which is also good. We probably wouldn't want a food sector. Like for example, if the only sectors that were around me were double food, I would get the double food, but I would not unlock the food. I just don't need it. I used to really prioritize food, but I've kind of changed. But, you know, we can get whichever one you please. Level 4, what do we need? If we get range, we get 2 damage. Is 2 damage worth it? No, I'd rather have health. I don't care how much damage you do, just you have to live. Because you have a passive heal, I should have said this earlier, every Shakarn unit has Xeno Defibrillation, which means they have -2 resistance, which means it's really easy, it's easier than normal to inflict status effects, and they also have Epimorphic Regeneration, which means they generate 6 HP per turn if they've been damaged during a battle. So as long as they have HP, they will regenerate passively. If you're not using a unit, keep them away from the sea because there's marauders at sea that will come for you. Okay, next turn. So now we have 45 influence. So we can take this colony straight away. 1, because it has Cosmite, and 2, because our army's in this area. Take you. Colonizer. Do we have any more upgrades we need to do? We have 15. Yes, we'll do Deafening. So even though I want to get a colonizer as soon as I can, I don't have the Cosmite for it. So we'll spend this 10 energy. Now we have 135. But now we can do all of these in 1 turn. So these used to be 2 turns, because we used to have less than 120. So because these don't cost upkeep, we're going to build these in 2 turns, and by the time we've finished that, we'll have 10 Cosmite, and so we can build a colonizer. So that way we're still using our production effectively, we're still making more buildings, we're still getting more production, we still want to get to 150 as soon as we can, and yes. Okay, they've already finished the emissary, that's fine. Once you capture a second colony, you're going to unlock the builder. Okay, where are you? Okay, cool. I should be able to take you with minimal worries. Thank you. Heavy hitter. I mean, better than nothing. I do want the... Okay, now let's take the food. This, when you take these upgrades, these are rewards, they will always get sent to the closest city. So once I get 37 food, my population here should go up. So this 2 should go to 3. It might go to 4. Objective completed. I get more food, more research. Research is universal, doesn't really matter. This 17 food will go to the city again. So yeah, see how it's on 3? This circle should move up a little bit more. And it didn't really look like it moved at all. That's cool. So to check over here, you can put your mouse up here. 2 turns until another colonist survive. You can expand your sector every 4 colonists. So see how this is on 3? Once you get to 4, I'll be able to expand to another sector. 8, 12, and 16. I had to stop and think about that for a minute. That's worrying. So yeah, this sector over here, it's going to expand in 1 turn, so that's fine. Friendly. I want to use... do you always use the builder at the start? So in general, you want to unlock factory. After factory, go to standard. After standard, go to turrets. That's your first line of defense you want to get for pretty much everything. Sometimes you might want to swap factory for something else, but I think I'm going to stick with factory. Okay, you, I do not want to let you get anywhere, so I'll probably kill you next turn. Empire task completed. Also have the emissary. I have to remember to use the emissary before the next quest. What's your demand? I've done everything you wanted. Whatever. Alright. 2 turns, we're going to have our bonus Cosmite come in. I want to clear you out as well. But I might... I don't like the fact that you ran away. Are we strong enough to clear you? You have 3 flying units. I have 1 melee unit. And 3 close range units. I might manual this because I've never used these guys before. Or I could kill you and then say, no, I want this now. I'm gonna manual this. Actually no, if they win without me helping, great. But I'm expecting 1 loss. Okay, fine. I'm kind of risking this because if I get this now, I get the bonus Cosmite. And the bonus Cosmite sooner rather than later will be great. What is this? Okay, cool, everything moves fast. But because there's so many flying units, I am kind of worried. No one has Overwatch either. Bioacorn. Wait, so Bioacorn can't hit flying units? Oh, I didn't expect that. Can I use you? Can I hit 3 of you? Yes. Okay, we'll take it. So throw a grenade. Okay. You have 63 health as well, so you're fairly healthy. What's your range? You guys can't hit that far. Some of you can. Let's stand you here. The cloud deals that much. So hopefully, even though they're flying, once they move through that cloud, it should still affect them. But I have no idea because I've never played that guy before. I'm gonna find out. You also can't hit these units, so that's pretty annoying. It's fine. Stay out of their range. Hopefully they fly in and swoop. We'll take them out next turn. And they're unaffected. Cool story. No, leave them alone. Okay, yep. That's disappointing. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Alright. We could be worse. Okay, you can hit flying units, so that's a bonus. But you'll hit everything else around you as well. So let's just hit you so we don't hit friendly units. Not bad. Poison and analyzed. Since you can't... Yeah, you definitely can't hit them. Let's throw this at you. So because this drops a hex, if they walk over this, they take more damage. So because he's a melee unit, he's probably going to walk this direction. So if I put it here, he hopefully should take another 5 damage for every hex, so he should take 10 damage just from walking through there. 10's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So we'll take it. With these units... Okay, we got one. Damn it! Can you... Okay, I'd rather kill someone than have... Because that's less damage that they're going to do if one's dead. How about you? Let's finish you off. Alright, I'm pretty confident. You can't kill anything by yourself. Unless you crit. Okay, that hurts. Hello? Sorry? Is this a joke? Wait, devour. So it has a 12 strength chance to instantly kill. 12 strength? Is this a joke? This is cruel. Okay. Okay. This is a minor setback. It's a 3-turn setback. That's fine. Excuse me? Can you die? Thank you. Part of me hopes. I was hoping that like I'd be in his stomach and I'd pop out. You know, like he'd eaten me but I'm still alive. But no, he just straight up died. I was not expecting that. Not gonna lie. A little bit sad. Let's heal yourself. What does this do? Healing cloud. Okay. You're gonna get Overwatch, but that's fine. Hello? Alright. Okay. The one good thing is that even though he's lost, because it's the main hero, your main hero will always come back in 3 turns for free. So I just have to wait. But it does suck. 100. Yeah, I'll take you. So what I can do, you guys can just sit there, I guess. Can't really do much. Oops, no. How much do we have? We have 139. In one more turn, we're going to have our colony. Why did I use this? Oh, run you away. Ops ready to prime. I really want to use Emissary for the next quest, so I can get this colony up here as soon as possible. But I don't want to use Emissary until I've actually unlocked the next quest, which should hopefully be soon. Oh wait, I should have moved you on there. We got free experience. Okay, cool, we'll finish that military. Need to give all our units this mod. In terms of upgrades, where we're going to go now? Now we want to go further down Holotech to this one here, and we want to unlock this this upgrade here for our infiltrators. Actually, I'll set up I'll click on the text, and then I'll just probably end the episode here. It's gone on for a bit longer than I would like. What do we need here? We need more doctrines. Having one doctrine is not cool. Get this over here. Get our second doctrine. We'll use the emissary. Get a more cosmite. Is this the quest? Haha, yes. But we still haven't. Okay, that's fine. We'll deal with you later. Alright, we're going to end the episode here. We almost have 150 to start building our next round of units. So we're definitely going to get this. So we can finish you in one turn. I want that bonus influence. We'll get this with the cosmite. We should be much closer to 150. So that's the first episode done. Let me know your thoughts. Foxxeel out. Hope this has been helpful. I was trying to be a bit more informative in this video. Yeah. Latest.